Yeah. Hey, everybody. This is Steve and Doug, and we welcome you to another episode of Plastic Bits, your catch-all for sharing and informational videos and just general toy chicanery. So today, Doug and I are going to be sharing some of our most recent acquisitions. Um, I found a really great place in Everett that we're going to review, but at first, you got something cool there to show us, Doug?
I do. I have a few things. So it doesn't seem like in my neck of the woods that these have been, well, they were for like the last couple of weeks, particularly hard to find. And then like all of a sudden overnight, they kind of showed up and bam, there's been a whole bunch of them. So my first one I'll show is Snout Spout.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell, dude? How is the East Side getting this before all the stores over here on the West?
I don't know, but there was like 3 or 4 of these guys just sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, I have Snuffing Spout over here. These stores are dry. I was going to say Snot Spout, but it's a little bit different. I might be a little sinusy right now, but thought it was something good, but it's snot. No, that's rad, man. Where did you find, where was that found in the
Walmart? Walmart Road 68.
68 Walmart. All right.
Yep. And he comes with some pretty good accessories. He's got the alternate head, which, I mean, let's face it, an elephant-headed guy, I mean, like, I guess it kind of made sense as a kid, but when you're looking at it now going, that doesn't make a lot of sense at all.
Oh, but he spits water, though.
But he spits water, and so he's got his backpack, and, you know, he's got like this scuba tank for some reason. And so, yeah, that's Snout Spout. Good deluxe figure, though. I mean,
yeah, what's the alternate head? Because we've got, like, I mean, do we have a classic toy head there?
Can you see it? Let me try to see if I can get. Where's my camera? Can you see it? It's not really.
It looks like he's sporting the updated head, and it's like a classic toy head that they've packed in with it. Does that look about right to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Snout was not my favorite character.
The snout on the alternate head looks like it's rubber, so it looks like it can move around a little bit more.
Okay. Okay. And I don't, does this figure, he does not actually spout water, does he?
Oh no, he does.
Oh, he's got the gimmick built in.
Yeah, on the back it says you fill up his tank and squirt. There you go.
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard going into battle. I do have to ask, you know the kind of force required to weaponize water out of your nose?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like. I get wanting to make water the gimmick. I just don't get why they went like, yeah, elephant head.
I mean, at least with Peg Warmer Cobra Khan, it's like his venom, right?
It makes
like
sense for Cobra Khan. I actually liked the Cobra Khan figure. I don't know why he was such a Peg Warmer. I actually liked him. I thought it was a cool idea. Squirt, spray. Anyway, you know, making water a gimmick is always kind of hard, actually. So,
yeah, you know, like when G.I. Joe did it, it was pretty god awful too. The Eco Warriors, right? That was their whole gimmick for water.
Remember, they would change color. They would get like goo. They would like get blotches on them when the water hit. I still think the coolest color changing figure of all time is Zartan, though. That's.
Oh yeah, that's not a water base. That's just, UV. Those are cool. And it was a cool gimmick that they built in. Like he had some sort of skin disease, and when the light hit him, he just got decayed or something, turned blue.
Well, I mean, you know, like that's color changing. You know, we could talk about that in the future segment. Color changing toys. Which ones were good? Which ones weren't?
Yeah, most weren't.
Yeah.
So do you want to
get some good ones? But I did. We got another one here. So. I never got into the G2 line. I got out of Transformers before that. But there was something about the look of this one when they announced it. I was like, he actually looks pretty cool. I like his spaceship mode. And I actually learned a little bit more about him when I got him. So he's actually like this character who is not either an Autobot or a Decepticon. He was like before them, and then wanted to come and kind of I don't know how you'd explain it, but like create a better race of Transformers, and wanted to get rid of both Autobots and Decepticons. So I don't know what he is, but he's kind of a cool character.
He's a Simon Furman character. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't like Simon Furman's run at all. Everybody loves original Transformers comics, and whether it was the art by the stupid looking art with Transformers teeth, or it was the crap over dramatic writing that they did, I could not get into it. I know that there's probably, if this video gets in front of 1,000 fans, 3,000 will be pissed off and cancel us. But
well, I mean, there's something there's just something to be said, I think, for this one in particular, because so like over the years there was never really a comic accurate Jaxus, apparently. So when he was,
is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Jaxus, and it comes from apparently they were getting ready to axe the Marvel section that doing with Transformers, and so he was a gimmick, or his name was comes from just Access, because that's what they were going to do, and so that's what they named him, Jaxus. But I learned that there was never a comic accurate figure of him. He was always like a Starscream repaint, and something weird and sounded right. So this is the first actually real depiction of him as he was when he was first released in those G2 runs all those years ago. So
yeah, he got the Ultra Magnus treatment for a long time. He was just a slight remold or repaint of multiple other molds for many times in the line. I think this is probably like the third or fourth time he's appeared in a Transformers line.
Right, but this is the first time though that he's been his own mold.
Accurate, yeah.
Right, like his own. So I like the colors. I like the way he looks. I'm okay with more bad guys. I feel there's, in Transformers, we're a little Autobot heavy. Like we got a lot of Autobots, and some of the Decepticons, I feel like we're kind of on the light side there. So anyway, I thought he was cool.
Okay, what else you got there?
That's it for my show and tell.
Oh, okay. Well, I had mentioned over on the Facebook group that I found a really, really awesome dealer in Everett. The guy's name is Ron, and his deal is Pinkerton's Collectibles. So you can find him, Pinkerton, on Facebook. Ron is an awesome guy. He's just a couple of years older than me, so I guess that probably puts him right about your same age. He started off with $500 and a passion, but the one thing that Ron does that I can't do is he spent the 500, bought inventory, and then reinvested every last dime into it. Not so easy when you keep half or 99% of the stuff that you purchase and resell virtually nothing. So
that's not a good business model.
Yeah, so he does it by appointment only, because he has a little store, but it's not his full-time gig. He's still got a little part-time job that he's running for insurance purposes. But man, it was just terrific to talk to Ron. He's a good guy. When I get you up here, we're going to stop by Pinkerton's, and he's going to get me a chair, because you're going to lose your shit in there. There's so much stuff.
So you made an appointment with him and got to go see his stuff?
Yeah. So I got some things that I picked up there, and all of them were at market, and I paid about market price for all of them because I liked him so much, and he was expecting me to dicker down a little bit on the prices because he says that's what everybody does. But as a fellow collector, and I appreciate a guy who loves the toys, I'm not going to haggle and say 15 or 20 bucks if this is, something that's, he was hoping to kind of make more of a full-time gig at some point. So that's my way of supporting and saying thank you.
I got this guy. Does he talk toys too? Does he?
Oh, hell yeah.
Does he know his stuff?
Yeah, he does. He's really into the psychology of toys. So, we've had many discussions on things like, why are the properties that we're in love with still here? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, for him, it's not just like turtles are cool, right? Like for him, he's into the deeper side of this. So, he's just got like shelves upon shelves of things. And I walked out with 3 things. I was really excited about them. So number 1 is this little guy.
Starrier.
Yeah, I have a couple. I don't have the full collection. They're getting a little bit expensive. They're getting, hard to find. You go onto eBay, and even a guy in this kind of condition, just by virtue of having his limbs, it's now like a $35 or $40 figure. I was dumb and didn't buy them for 8 7 8 bucks a piece 10 years ago. So
Yeah,
but I only had the one good guy, hot shot, and I had two bad guys, so this will balance out my collection. They're really cool.
they are
And
very cool.
at some point I want to do a plastic bits on them because the story is kind of neat for where they came from.
The thing I've always liked about those guys is the little silver guys that sit in their head.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get it close and see if we can see them. Get him in there, Doug.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's just always seemed really kind of cool to me.
It's needed. It sort of lends itself to the fact that these are battle vehicles and they're not necessarily characters.
Yeah.
However, if you read the comics, it's quite the opposite. They're characters in somehow some gimmicky 80s thing where they transfer the human into the robot body. But it's not an Autobot Spike scenario where he goes nuts and can't control his spare part Autobot powers.
What's
happening to me, Dad?
Frankenstein Transformer.
You remember that episode?
I do remember that episode.
Okay. So number 2 is something that I also really wanted because I haven't had this since I was a kid.
Oh, here we go.
And of course, he had some of them in there. So RoboForce.
Yeah, look at that. He got his arm accessories too.
Yeah. Wrecker. And he has this oddball hook. You tell me how that works.
Is he supposed to like? Yeah, I don't know.
Are you gonna dip him in fondue? I don't get it, but I had this as a kid, and this has the best robot action.
Give me a hug.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Robots hug it out.
They do.
There's a skit on Saturday Night Live selling robot insurance. You guys, you have to look this up. It's an old skit from like the 90s, and it's in this old folks home, and they got a robot. They're selling robot insurance to old people in case they get attacked by like a 50s robot. Oh God, it's so funny. It's the funniest.
I think I can almost envision what you're talking about, so I'm probably sure I've seen it.
Yeah, and R2D don't here reminds me of the robot on there. So I was really excited to get that. I'm probably not going to buy any more of them. I now have like, 7 or 8 of these guys.
You got a good portion of them, and I think you got the Fortress too, right?
I do, and I'm actually, the Fortress is back here on the retail display set, but I'm going to get the figures out once IKEA finally gets all my stuff back in stock and I can put my toy room together. But this last one is something I'm really excited about. I was really happy to find it there. Again, something I haven't had since I was a kid, and they're really hard to find these things complete.
Oh, Eels.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say this guy is dead mint, but he is in absolutely terrific shape. That sigil is spot on. There is not a scratch on that silver Cobra sigil there.
So how are his screws? I mean, like back in the day, I know as soon as you got him, you popped him out and threw him in the bathtub, right? So like
clean.
Are they clean?
Clean. Yep.
Nice.
And I don't want to show them all separately, but I mean it's complete. I got all the accessories in there. It's unbroken. The little tabs that go into the bottom of the backpack there, they're unbroken. I mean, this thing is as pristine as you could have asked for. So I'm not buying much Joe these days, but this CoverGirl is on my list to get. I just really, really want one. I love her design. I don't love $40 for a loose figure, but I'm gonna see it at like the Inland Northwest Toy Show, and
you're gonna get one. I have a feeling.
$40 on it. So
well, and I'm looking forward to the classified CoverGirl. That
oh God, what a figure!
That is outstanding. I mean, talk about a figure that like, and I don't mean like oh, boom, boom, boom. I mean like the toy figure itself is like super detailed.
Her design is tremendous.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just something so cool about like what she's decked out in that military gear and the bomber jacket. I mean, it's just a terrific figure and great colors. So
classic CoverGirl.
Yep.
So
yep. Okay, so that wraps it up for what I got.
Yeah, that's all I had.
All right. Anybody out there watching this, we encourage some show and tell down in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you liked what we had. Let us know if you thought we're collecting something you don't like, something you do like. We like all kinds of comments. Let us know. We also
We do.
like likes and subscribes. So if you like that too, maybe just give us one of those as well.
Yeah, hint, hint. And check us out on Facebook at the Plastic Adventures Toy Community. We're on Instagram about the same name, and the Toyman 80s.
That's right. Yep.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's it for us. We'll see you next time, folks.
See you in the toy aisles.